Andre, do you think we're going to see some more women's fights on shows from Rock Nation? And a comment about Claressa Shields. Why hasn't she reached the promised land as an Olympic gold medalist and everything? It doesn't seem like she's on the radar.
I would probably have to agree with you maybe right after the last Olympics. But I think she's gotten, kind of her, just due, so to speak, and the notoriety she's supposed to get, like, especially leading up into the second game. And she's doing a good job with it. She's maturing with the press and the media. She, sometimes you're not always ready for stuff, but I think she's ready for it. She's got a tremendous opportunity to repeat and be a two-time gold medalist. So everybody's story is different, and I think she's gonna get what she's supposed to get, when she's supposed to get it.
Well, wouldn't it be a super shot in the arm if she wins the gold again, turns pro, goes to Rock Nation, and then puts her mark and everybody else's stamp on women's boxing?
I think that'd be nice. I think that'd be amazing. I think so.
What about the possibility?
I mean, I can't say what Claressa's gonna do. She, the games haven't even started. She's got to go win, but she's really good, though, I can tell you that. And I tell you, she's somebody worth watching, and she's one of the best in the world. And I think she would translate into the pro game very well, because she's gonna get knockout, and she could be a great professional fighter. She's already a great amateur, but she could become a great professional fighter. So she's got the full package. I'm telling you, women, it's a tough road in pro boxing. I hear them all the time, and I have them reaching out to me sometimes, and it's like I feel handicapped because I can only get them to the door. I can't, I don't have my own promotional company, but I can't make people put them on cards, and it's just, Rock Nation's taking the first step.
What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. I want to say congratulations to USA Olympian Claressa Shields. She just two-peated for the second time. She struck gold at the Rio 2016 Olympics. She fought at middleweight, and she is the first American. Let me repeat that. First American, not men's or not women's. She's the first American to achieve 2 gold medals in 2 different Olympic games, which is a phenomenal feat. That is history. And she joins the company of guys like Guillermo Rigondeaux, Vasil Lomachenko, also the Cuban fighter. You see this sometimes in other regions like Cuba. Sometimes they two-peat. The guy that beat Shakur Stevenson, Robeisy Ramirez, he also had gold medals in 2 back-to-back games. Obviously, this most recent one, this recent games after he defeated Shakur Stevenson of the USA. So shout out to Claressa Shields. Very, very bright future. She's in great company, like I said, with guys like Guillermo Rigondeaux and Vasil Lomachenko, who have turned pro since then and have turned out to be great, phenomenal fighters. And obviously, the rules in Cuba and the government and stuff is different. So Rigondeaux had to come to the States and defect and stuff like that. Claressa Shields, she's an American, and she has a bright future. I feel she'll probably turn pro at this point, and there's a lot of eyes on her, a lot of people that are watching for her. I heard Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy is potentially interested in signing her. Also Rock Nation, which is kind of a newer boxing imprint. They got stars like Andre Ward, a gold medalist, guys like Guillermo Rigondeaux, the 2-time gold medalist I was talking about, also guys like Miguel Cotto, and Floyd Mayweather. I'm sure he's probably interested. He's from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Claressa Shields is from Michigan, and he's an Olympian, so I'm sure he knows talent when he sees it. So he might be able to put her on Mayweather Promotions and try to up the ante with women's boxing. So I think this is great. This is phenomenal. Now, this fight just took place at middleweight. It was in the women's division. They still use headgear, and to me, Claressa Shields dominated. She fought a tough fighter from the Netherlands that was taller than her, Nuchka Fontaine, and she did kind of what she wanted with it. And so you guys, in case you guys didn't hear, Andre Ward said at the beginning, she has power. She's a knockout artist. I don't know exactly why headgear is still used for women's, but had it not been for headgear, maybe we get a knockdown or whatnot. I don't know. It's tough telling because tournaments like this is usually the best of the best. So I'm not sure. I can't really say. But the girl does have power. She's strong. She trains hard. And I'm happy for her. And I'm happy for what this is for the United States of America. I always support my home base, which is the States. There's a lot of American fighters and champions. The Floyd Mayweathers, the Terrence Crawfords, the Danny Garcias, Deontay Wilders. Some of those guys have actually represented the United States, and they don't get the same level of respect, right? You guys like Roy Jones Jr., phenomenal career, Mr. Untouchable from like the late 80s to the early 2000s. He himself says he goes to Russia and they treat him like a god. He got his Russian citizenship and they treat him much better over there than they do in the States, and that's a shame. Now, to add to that is there's a lot of sexism in boxing, right? There's a lot of racism, prejudice, and there's a lot of sexist people in boxing too. I know, because I cover fights. When I go to fights, sometimes when a female asks a question, sometimes the fighters or the fighters team or whoever look at them like they're crazy. I mean, there's a famous Mike Tyson interview where a female reporter asked Mike Tyson a question, and he was like, you know, normally I don't answer questions from females unless they're gonna fornicate with me. So you're gonna fornicate. You know what I mean? So that's still that kind of attitude, and I know those are female reporters, but it's really no different. Some people don't look at women's boxing as the real deal, maybe because the competition level, I'm not sure, but this win and her signing pro is big news, so she has the potential to be an exciting star like a Layla Ali or Ann Wolfe of this generation, where people might actually start tuning in to women's boxing a lot more, especially when you get the big imprints and entities who are looking at them. Shout out to my girl Raquel Miller. You got girls like Ava Knight, you know what I mean? So shout out to them. They have the potential to bring interest back to women's fighting in general. You have people in the UFC like Ronda Rousey. She had a good run. It just so happens that she kind of relied on her judo. She wasn't a good stand-up fighter, right? Boxing is boxing. You have two legs to navigate and move, and you have two fists. So it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? You're not going to get submitted or kicked in the head, something like that. So Claressa Shields, what I'm trying to say, is going to be a hard person to beat for a lot of these women. I mean, she looks strong. She has a good frame, good build on her, things like that. And I know this is probably overwhelming for her just to I'm happy for her, and I'm happy for the USA. Shakur Stevenson came up a little bit short in his fight, but he still held a good account of himself. I'm sure he'll turn pro, so the future's looking bright for the USA champions. There's a lot of people on the internet who they want to troll and leave all these dumb comments like fuck the USA and haha Shakur, he was humbled. I mean, hopefully this just motivates him to do bigger and better things. As far as Claressa Shields, she did the damn thing. Congratulations, two-time gold medalist, and that's an honor that no other American can say that they did that. You know what I mean? Even the Andre Wards and the different great American fighters, the Sugar Ray Leonards, because they end up turning pro. So I'm interested to see what's next. I will try to give light to women's boxing as much as I can, and hopefully the fans resonate with it and they start supporting it. Actually, my favorite knockout of all time is Ann Wolfe. Well, not of all time, but in women's fighting is Ann Wolfe versus Vonda Ward. So that was brutal. Whether you're a man or a woman, Vonda Ward got stretched, and she was a former basketball player. I think she's very tall, like 6'6", 6'7", and she got Wolf chopped down the tree. I really fuck with Ann Wolfe, and hopefully we'll see what kind of run Claressa Shields has in the pro game. For now, congrats, and it looks like she has a good head on her shoulders, good spirit. After the win, she did a cartwheel, and she was just trying to take it all in. So let me know what you guys think if you did watch it, and I'm going to watch this PBC card. Let me know what you think. Make sure you like my video as always. Hey, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.